BVTV channel, we have got a big pay-per-view event, UFC 280. Every single fight on this fight card is going to be a championship fight. And speaking about championship fights, this man, Kevin Lee, has 2 championships to defend tonight, the lightweight and welterweight championship. Every fight will be 5 rounds, and we are kicking it off literally with the welterweight championship fight as ranked number 6, the 6-5 Robbie Lawler takes on the 17, I think it's 17-7, Kevin Lee. Beautiful takedown. So sorry about my awkward transparent back. There we go. How to get ready here. I wanted to have a transparent background just because I would have been able to not get in the way of all of the transition stuff going on the ground. Sometimes the camera angles are really awkward. So having a transparent background, it's basically like I'm part of the octagon in a way, so that way I don't cover up anything crazy. But honestly, I'm very impressed with Kevin Lee. He's got Robbie Lawler stuck in a not-so-friendly distance. This is what Tito Ortiz did for so many fights when he was the light heavyweight champion for months. He destroyed people in this type of form with elbows. I hope Lee at least keeps his lightweight belt so I can beat him for it. Hey, oh my God, it's over. Oh my God, Kevin Lee, first round knockout of Robbie Lawler. It would be kind of lame to beat up Leonardo Santos for the belt. Actually, I think Antonio Russo just lost in his last fight. I think he did. Hold on. I could have sworn I had him on my last show's fight card. I gotta go back to that. Islam. Did I not? I think it was over here, no? Oh no, wait, no. No, my bad. That was my fault. I could have sworn. I think it's because I was making the fight cards for next month. So I completely... Wow, okay, that is my fault. But Kevin Lee is still the the welterweight champion of the world. He is now 18-7. He puts Robbie Lawler to 6-6. I wasn't expecting that knockout that quickly, especially in round 1. I thought that fight, I mean, honestly, for Kevin Lee, that is the best situation possible. He took 0 damage in that fight, and he ended it quickly. So when he goes to the lightweight title, he's basically he has a way better chance of surviving and coming out unscathed, which my hat's off to him. But JC, I've got to wonder, you know, the lightweight division, that's good to knock him out early. He's ready for later. No, I absolutely agree. But then you got to think too, that's still 2 fights, potentially now 6 rounds he's got to go through. So if Kevin Lee can walk out with both the welterweight and the lightweight championship, I mean, that's got to be one of the greatest champions we've ever had alone. I mean, he's like a 6-time champion. That's how much he's won the lightweight and now the welterweight title. So Kevin Lee has just been on a roll. I've never seen. The only thing I could kind of, I can't put anything to that because no one's been a double champion before except for him. You know, Wineland tried, but she failed. And speaking about failing, I wonder who's Russo's fight next. I have to look back at at my computer for it because I have it all on this big old chart thing. I don't put on Excel. I put on like this notepad thing, and it's all just sitting there. I know he's got a pretty tough ranked fight coming up, though. I don't think it's against Paul Felder. Felder just lost. Rousey going for their armbar. Oh, good Lord. It's funny. I was just talking about today when I was making the pay-per-view. One of my biggest concerns was to be Ronda Rousey's going to run through the division like no tomorrow. I mean, think about it. She stopped Mila Wineland pretty easily in her last fight when Wineland tried to move up to the 135 for the bantamweights. So Rousey, who's been putting everyone down, I mean, she's 24-7, and for the majority of her wins, she's been a champion. So Ronda Rousey's been on a roll like no one else has ever been on, especially in the women's divisions. This is the best form of Ronda we've ever seen. She's virtually unstoppable. But then you have Sarah McMahon, who's 11-7, who she would love nothing more than to take the belt off of Rousey. I mean, she wants to be champion again. So I was really excited for Rousey McMahon too. In every fight that's on this fight card, I said I cannot wait for our main event, which I think easily is going to be fight of the night, and I can easily see it going a full 5 rounds. Is going to be Jack Hermanson taking on Yoel Romero. That fight alone just screams big money fight. Like, I wish the UFC would have put a fight on like that between those two, because I think there's no better grappler than Yoel and Jack Hermanson. So I am thrilled about that main event. Absolutely. Going for the slam. Look at this. The slam. Rousey down on the back to the octagon floor. What do you think the odds of Kevin Lee versus Russo would be? Well, here's the thing. That's very hard to say, because the lightweight division is slowly but surely getting stronger, and we're seeing that with a lot of upcoming fighters. Surely, but slowly, really coming up. But then when you have Kevin Lee, who also is having 2 title defenses per pay-per-view, the chances of him retaining the belt is getting slimmer and slimmer. And then you've got Russo, who's 2-0, who's been on a little bit of a roll. If he can keep it up, he can walk into a title fight at 3 or 4-0. But can he do it? That's the real question. So the odds of Russo versus Lee, I think, are probable. I'd say about a good, 50-60%. But both guys have to really be on that level, And I think Kevin Lee is showing that he's coming into the best form of his career. And Antonio Russo has a lot to prove, So it really just depends on how the rankings go and who he gets matched up with, because Russo has had a couple cracks in his game, and we've seen that. So you get a fighter who can capitalize on something like that. It's going to be a tough one. Ronda Rousey armbar submission to Sarah McMahon in round number 2. 2 championships have been retained so far. Yeah, I mean, honestly, but here's the thing, though. Leonardo Santos, he gets slept on so much. I mean, look how long he was lightweight champion. So Kevin Lee has truly got his hardest test, and Leonardo Santos coming up. And it's going to be interesting to see how can Kevin Lee kind of counter a jiu-jitsu practitioner like Leonardo Santos. Remember, JC, when it comes to wrestling and jiu-jitsu are 2 different things. Wrestling is what really gets you to the ground. They create holds you and things like that. But jiu-jitsu, that's all that defensive stuff on the ground. So it's going to be so interesting to see polar opposites fight it out for that lightweight title. It's going to be a very big fight. Congrats to Ronda Rousey on retaining the belt. She is actually now 25-7. She put Sarah McMahon to 11-8. Ronda Rousey, welcome to the 25 win club. Very few people have gotten there. Big victory for Ronda Rousey. And next up, we've got the featherweight championship on the line. And this was probably one of the biggest upset championship victories we've ever seen. The legitimate 6-4 Ricardo Lamas, the champion, takes on the 12-5 ranked number 1 fighter Brian Ortega. Maybe there has been some holes in Russ's game, but a few holes doesn't prevent him from bashing people's faces. No, that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. I completely agree. But, and here's a strong but, we have seen Russo kind of struggle on the ground. At least to me personally, I feel like he's really struggled on the ground. And the lightweight division, there's a lot of wrestlers. Let's say if Khabib decides to come back at a retirement, things like that. There's a lot of what ifs that come out. What if Conor goes back to the lightweight division? Right now, we don't know what's gone with Conor's future. I mean, he was at welterweight champ, lightweight champ, two-time featherweight champ. So, sorry, two-time lightweight champ and then featherweight champ. So, there's a lot of things to where that lightweight division is so unpredictable with a lot of fighters constantly coming up or down divisions and weight classes. With the top four, you know, Russo, who can try to easily challenge for it in the top four to be, you know, ranked that high. There's a lot of, you know, what ifs that could easily take place, and again, there's just certain skill gaps, and we don't know truly until Russo truly gets tested for a full 3-round fight or 5-round fight main event what's going to happen. Do I think Russo can do it? Absolutely. But there's always that what if. If Ricardo Lamas gets this armbar, this is another underdog victory. Because everyone had Brian Ortega winning this fight. Oh my God, he tapped him out. He tapped out Ricardo Lamas tapped out Brian Ortega in round number 1.
You're playing checkers, he's playing chess in the ground fighting. And it showed tonight
when he won the title, that was shocking. Now he's defended the title, and that's even more impressive that he just tapped out Brian Ortega. Holy heck. He tapped him.
The best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
He tapped him out.
All right, with that, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official
Wow.
decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes.
I'm shocked.
Very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out. And still, the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Ricardo Lamas.
Hey, congrats to Ricardo Lamas, man, on winning the fight. We're going next fight of the night. He's still the featherweight champion. Russo versus Conor would be a banger. You know, honestly, I think Russo wins that fight. I think he wins that fight. I really do. Like, I see it going to round 4. If it was five rounds. If it was 5, I think he gets it done in round number 4. If it's 3, I think Conor wins it.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so the fight is underway. We will see how it plays out. It's a pick
Well, light heavyweight championship on the line. You know, I just want to say this, is that in this universe mode, in this universe mode predicted Jerry Projakaz as light heavyweight champion before it happens in real life. I just want to put that out there. Just want to put that out there. Russo definitely needs a fight main event for his title. That's the one thing. I feel like with a lot of the creative fighters that have done well, you know, Alex King, to name one, Kenneth Thomas, who's been around since UFC 2, and you know, is again fighting for a championship he's won before, the heavyweight title of the world. And also, you know, Milo Wineland, I go back to Milo Wineland a lot. I mean, those are 3 fighters who have really scratched and clawed to get to the top. And you know, they've had a lot of ups and downs, but they've had so much fight night, you know, main event experience that it's shocking. And so I feel like Russo could easily be on that path. And you know, remember when, who was it, Kenneth Thomas, when he was champ, his first title defense was against Mark Hunt, and Mark Hunt shocked everyone and knocked him out cold. And then he had to climb back up there. I mean, Mark Hunt was like the kryptonite for that dude. Mila Wineland, Caitlin Kukagan took her third time actually, because when they got matched up in the tournament when the game first came out, Kukagan beat her. And mind you, one of her losses before that came to Amanda Nunes. And she was able to, she won the belt. and then she had a very lengthy title reign, and then she lost it back to Caitlin. She lost it again to Caitlin Kagan, and then she finally beat her. So, you know, for a lot of these fighters, man, it's like once they get over that hurdle, they're just almost unstoppable. And that's what I see a lot of. I could see that in, you know, Antonio Russo, but maybe with an actual undefeated record. Sorry, I also went to the gym today, so if I sound out of breath, it's not even trying to intentionally be out of breath. It's just a matter of I went on the cardio machine for about 15 minutes. I did a bunch of weight stuff. That was rough. But no, speaking about the light heavyweight championship, the 6-1 champion, Jiri Prochazka, takes on ranked number 3, 9-6 Chuck Liddell. You know, Chuck, I had guaranteed him a title shot. That's why he's getting this opportunity. So that's why he's here. He has had some pretty impressive fights coming up in his recent run. So that's why he's actually getting the shot against Jiri. Also want to mention, for those of you who have put in fighters for the Dana White Contenders Series episode, I haven't gotten to them because I just got my capture card in. Because for those who didn't check one of the things I posted in the community, my capture card last week had broke. Like the HDMI cord and something inside of it just stopped working. So that was a big problem for me. And so now that I have a new one, I'm testing that out today to see if that works. I'm probably not today, but tomorrow's I'm actually off again also tomorrow. So just look forward to that episode hopefully coming out later this week, or if not next week coming up for sure. For those who voted on the Boxing Universe mode, I am going to do that one. Give me some time to get that set up, 'cause that's a lot of work. I do have to create a lot of fighters for that, due to the fact of there's a good amount of fighters in every division. But I'd like to make sure I have the entire, like a big fight roster. And if not, I'll probably look forward to getting a different boxing game just to make sure. I think I have Fight Night Champions, I think it's called. I don't think it's round 4, I think it's Champions. So I heard that was a good game. And also, I am going to attempt to live stream. Oh my god, that uppercut though was nasty. That two-piece combination from Chuck Liddell was vicious, man. But I'm also going to try and stream from either my PS2 for SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, or try to stream from my PS3. So that way I am able to do like a live stream gem mode series. I'm trying to figure out all the details and stuff, so that way it's not overly complicated for me.
Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round 2, definitely picking up the pace after round 1.
Oh my goodness, that was rough.
From the corner, and
so yeah, that's the hope.
Control of this second round.
And again, it is a very big hope, but that is the plan. I also might stream Overwatch 2 later tonight, because it looked kind of cool.
Nice kick.
Ooh. Now, my question for that one, JC, that is the roster pretty big for that? Because I thought they had like, I thought it was kind of like UFC 3 Undisputed, where they had like 3 or 4 divisions. There was like 5 almost. And the rosters were quite like extensive. Not huge. Ooh. Are there unlockable fighters? Like, do you have to do the career mode or something? Or is it more so that's just like, they only put like, so like you know, Muhammad Ali or something like that in there. Like, it was more so like a legend thing.
Timing his shots nicely here, champ.
He's doing a great job of mixing everything up and using a lot of diverse strikes. Ooh, head kick.
Yeah, they're unlockable career mode. Okay, so I'll probably have to try and do that, so that way I can I can try to unlock them. Because if not, I feel like wasn't there like one more fighting game or boxing game after that, or was Champions the last one?
Just misses with the straight right.
Honestly, what I've always loved watching Chuck Liddell's fights. They're either super long and intense. There's a decent amount of fighters from the welterweight and up. Oh, okay. So it's more so it's kind of lightweight. There are a few too. Gotcha.
Oh, nice jab.
Because what's that guy's name? I don't even like him. Is Floyd Mayweather in that game?
Well, he continues
Or
to do a nice
was
job
that
here
before
defensively,
Floyd?
protecting his head,
It was like kind of
raising the guard,
popular.
and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class: hands up, chin down.
Well, this is
Oh, it's that. No, he's not. Ah, that stinks.
Into that uppercut, and it landed.
Well, I'm actually kind of excited for the new boxing game coming out. They couldn't get him to be in the game. Oh wow, that's wild. Oh, I'm not surprised. It's Floyd. I'm actually not surprised. Oh wow. Woo, that was a solid head kick. He's definitely wobbly after that. Oh, if that uppercut would hit, he would have been finished. Still not completely like conscious, and he was still able to time perfectly when to move out the way of that nasty uppercut. That was nice. This is what I was hoping for from Pro. Any Chuck Liddell fight is basically like this, just intense.
I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he doesn't know where he is. He's hurt real bad. That punch landed in the perfect spot.
Some nice uppercuts. Oh, that was a beautiful spinning back fist. Liddell's trying to hang on to round number 4. I don't think he is. Oh, but look at this. Right back at him, and down goes the champ. Round 4. What a way to end. Look, this crowd is on their feet. The light heavyweights showing out the championship rounds have begun, and the respect level is still there. Manny Pacquiao's. Oh, that's awesome. Honestly, I've always Manny Pacquiao. I remember. I think it was 2007. Oh, in 2007, there was like some like report that came out saying, "Oh, down goes Liddell." Like in 2007, they were saying that he drank his own urine or something. Like, yeah, that was like, I mean, like Manny Pacquiao, dude, was like nuts. I think he's like 50 and still fighting now. Which is like wild to me that he's still like competing at that level. I think it was like champion still. Like I think it was champion until like 2 years ago. Oh!
Shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed.
Jiri Prochazka.
I'm not even sure the opponent saw it.
Front kick knockout. Good night to Chuck Liddell, and still boom.
Highlights, you know, we're going to find that nasty head kick somewhere in this highlight.
Goodness gracious.
A very nice head kick to finish the fight. But
that is nasty.
And here we go inside the octagon for the official
wow.
decision. So Bruce Buffer.
Jiri Prochazka, everybody. That was nuts. That was a great fight, though. That was a fun fight. Jiri Prochazka, everyone, is 7-1 the UFC. He puts Chuck Liddell to 9-7. Mike Tyson. Really? Oh, who else is in that? Hold up. Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Butterbean. I remember who that is. Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and both Klitschko brothers. That's wild. Wow, that is like an all-star roster. I mean, it's all-star. Legendary fighters. Wow. I mean, that's awesome. Many more. Oh, that is. See, that almost brought a tear to my eye. I don't know why. I almost started crying.
very even matchup.
I have like no idea why.
The takedown shot there. How good is her takedown D?
Well, not really many, but a few more. I mean, that alone is pretty cool.
On the high kick there.
I definitely am gonna start doing a little bit of research, probably before I go live on Overwatch later, on Overwatch 2, because the game just came out. What in the world was that? Because if I can find a big roster that has a good amount of names like that, that'd be so cool. And even for like the lesser divisions, I could always do. I could always just put some creative fighters in there and just pump it up with creative fighters and hope that becomes a good division. Excuse me. Apologize. Didn't want to burp me out of ears. Women's flyweight champion Roy Jones Jr. is like one of my favorite fighters of all time. That dude was just so fun to watch, man. Like, I have the utmost respect for Roy Jones Jr. Tommy Morrison, I actually don't know who that is. Wow, that's bad. I have no idea who that is. Holy moly. Who's that? What did he do? Tommy, I actually have never heard of Tommy Morrison. Julio Cesar Chavez. I mean, that I know who that is. I know who that is. Yeah, that. Dude's a beast. Joe Frazier's another good one. Did this game sell well, or was it just awkward? Or did it not sell? I assume that the roster like this has had to be great. He was in one of the Rocky movies? Which one? Really? People love it. Oh, that's awesome. I was always so confused on why like the boxing games never why did you know why it stopped happening? Because like there were years.
Switching stances here.
5, I think. Oh, there was 5 Rocky movies. There's only 3. When the heck they have 5?
Who's going to be the person to dictate the pressure? Who's going to control the engagements from this 50-50?
Those were the ones with the Sylvester Stallone, right? Wasn't there only 3?
They continue to exchange.
By the way, women's flyweight championship on the line. I feel like I should have said this earlier. The champ Mila Wineland comes with a 13-4 record, takes on the ranked number 2 challenger, the 4-2 Rosa Escudero, who has taken it to the champ. Wow. Round number 2, and honestly, Rosa Escudero dominated the champ right there for the majority of that round.
Big punch lands through the middle.
Yeah, I honestly really look forward to doing that boxing series. So I want to transition my YouTube channel to more so like, you know, mixed martial arts, boxing, and with a little bit of like old school wrestling, like older wrestling games in there. And then also trying to have like a 4th game. I would like to do some Evil Dead stuff, which is like a 1v4 par survivor thing and things like that. So that would be the plan. Those knees to butt. I said I'm very impressed with how Rosa Escudero is just taken apart. Mila Wineland, Oscar De La Hoya, everyone knows him. Roberto Duran, know him. Miguel Cotto, know him. Thomas Hearns, I've heard of. Sugar Ray Leonard, of course I've heard of. Joe Kawasaki, I've never heard of. And Marvin Hagler. Honestly, out of that entire list, that was such a weird sound. I don't know what that was. Thomas Hearns, I know a little bit of. Like the name sounds familiar. Marvin Hagler and Joe Kawasaki, I've never heard of. Also, there is no actual universe mode in the game, so you have to put the fights. You just have to put on the fights and stuff yourself. I mean, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Is there at least like a tournament mode in there? Because if I could do that, that would be even easier. No trouble.
Really starting to take its toll here. Obvious redness on that right side.
I'll have to make it work somehow. There's got to be a way to, hopefully they have like championships you can at least win an exhibition or stuff.
Nice job by her there.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, both fighters I've awkwardly kind of taken a weird approach in this round. Like before they were kind of constantly up in each other's faces, and now they've taken a backward approach, basically trying to avoid contact with each other. It sucks that no one knows about Marvin Hagler. He was a beast. Yeah, I've never... Oh my God, that was fantastic. Wow. I don't think you can do championships and exhibition, unfortunately. Dang. You can just put it 12 rounds and make it for the belt. That's another thing I completely forgot about boxing. 12 rounds. Holy heck. Man. And just say there, yeah. 12 rounds of boxing, I forgot. Like, you know, it's honestly funny that, like, I hate to say this, I know, because I know this is like it's not a popular, it's not a popular, like, a lot of people don't like Jake Paul, but, yeah, like, oh, definitely, because as long as there's, like, not a crazy amount of you know, divisions, yeah. Because I thought that so are non-championship fights, what are they, 6 rounds, 7 rounds, 8? No, I think regular ones go to 9. I think championship rounds go to 12.
That's a perfect scramble right there. Beautiful transition.
I will say this, I am very surprised that Mila Wineland's still in this fight because she's been hurting. And I honestly don't know if Mila Wineland has a lot left in the tank.
The issue with that kick, as effective as it is, one gets checked, you have the Anderson Silva situation.
Wow, is she applying a lot of
I said I'm a bit concerned for Wineland's championships. I feel like it's going to slip through the cracks and go straight to non-level non-championships. Low-level non-championships like 6, high level is 8, and then for 10 like title and races. And 12 for title. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, like I said, my boxing knowledge is quite decent. I'm not gonna say it's great, but oh,
powerful leg kick lands.
Wineland's got to be careful. She's
takedown defense holds up.
I said, but what I am impressed with is Rosa Scudero's takedown defense. But I just don't know how much more Wineland's going to take. You can do 1 champ per division too, make it easier. And since there isn't a huge roster. Oh yeah, I was definitely going to do 1 champ per division. Like there was, oh, she got that's what she was waiting for. Wow, that's what she was waiting for. That makes so much sense now. Round number 4. But I'm also a bit concerned about the legs of Wineland. She's looking very like stiff and she's limping quite a bit. Oh, not the body. Wineland's getting hurt all over. What were you? I think I just spoke like a whole different language. No, basically what I had meant was what I would do is still have just like 1 champion per division, and even if oh my God, she ate the floor. And even if like I couldn't necessarily like figure out a way how to make sure like every roster was very like well put together and well put through, then I like I said, for me it's all about trying to find a way to make sure it all works and make sure I have a lengthy enough roster to where no one's being underutilized, overutilized, things like that.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Oh, the Von Flu.
Beautiful counter to the guillotine there. Gets side mount, and now maybe the Von Flu choke will be there. Open St. Preux has got to like that.
I would recommend only using lightweight division through the welterweight division. Really? Wow. And the Von Flu choke gets the job done. Rosa Escudero shocks the world and taps out Mila Wineland in round number 4. We have a new women's flyweight champion. Wow. Rosa Escudero gets the job done. I would only recommend using the lightweight division through welterweight division. Sorry, heavyweight division. Lightweight. Lightweight, welterweight, heavyweight. Sorry, whoa. Middleweight. Do they have a light heavyweight and then heavyweight, or is it just heavyweight?
Oh, we now go inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Mila Wineland is shocked. First title change of the night. Oh, awesome! They have light heavyweight. That is awesome. And congrats to Rosa Escudero on becoming the new women's flyweight champion. She is now 5-2 in the UFC. She puts Mila Wineland to 13-5. They put the weights in the game the exact same they do in UFC. That's awesome. No, that's actually like fantastic. That was a big concern of mine, was going to be like, are the weights different? What's the...
It's a bantamweight title fight.
Because even if I don't use lightweight, welterweight, I actually definitely need that one. Lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight. So is there what are the underneath divisions? They still have bantamweight and stuff, or is it just like, is there like a featherweight and that's it? So I don't think that boxing has a flyweight and a bantamweight one.
Game plan the best in this matchup between these two big time athletes.
Oh my. And I guess for those there's like 1 or 2 fighters basically.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice.
That is interesting.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that land.
8 divisions, but there is one guy in flyweight and like 3 in bantamweight. So what's the point of having the flyweight? That doesn't make any sense. That's wild. Yeah, so then I'd probably ignore the flyweights and the bantamweights.
Nice job by the defense.
So what does round 4 have that Champions doesn't? They just want to go. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Honestly, I thought like they probably thought it would sell, and then a lot of it was. I'm assuming that the career mode, they probably like generated fighters and stuff. I'm assuming. So they probably were just like, oh, well, they can just fill it in. Which is kind of crazy to me, but coming from EA, I've realized better gameplay, better graphics. That was it? Like, no good roster or anything like that? Was it like a weaker roster, or like you actually use the buttons to punch?
There's no give on that leg kick.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Like, in the other game you don't use the buttons to punch?
Great punch landed with so much power.
That's weird. So then, wait. So then, what are the buttons do in the games where you don't use them to punch? Also, by the way, men's bantamweight division, men's bantamweight championships on the line. As a champion, the 13-9 Cody Garbrandt takes on ranked number 2, the 9-7 Sean O'Malley. In the past fight nights, you could only use the right joystick to punch. Oh wow, that's wild.
So a nice job there defensively to raise
I don't have. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I definitely do some like Google research, trying to fit it all together.
20 seconds left.
Because if Champions has a pretty good roster, and it seems like they honestly do, especially from what like all the legends you've seen. You can say it's right joystick to punch and fight a champ, but you can also use the buttons. For me, it would definitely be the buttons for sure. For sure, absolutely.
Sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number 1. Great punch.
Wow, he got rocked. That was a beautiful combination from Sean O'Malley. Oh, that was a nice knee to the face. So yeah, for sure, I would, you know, probably, there's a combination of them both. Oh, see that right there? That's pretty new, especially when you're like, you know, when you probably like throw the wrong punch, you try to like, you know, cancel it out with the joystick. It's pretty smart. Fighting a champ just sounds like, you know, a fun one. But I'll definitely do some research to see what round 4 had. If I'm far, I use the buttons. If I'm close, I throw like the 4 punch. Oh, okay. Yeah, you give him the Happy Meal that comes with the French fries, the chicken nuggets, the drink, and the hamburger. Basically what you just did. I also use the stick to uppercut because it's easier. Ooh. Oh my God. I'm telling you, that front kick, man, never gets easy to see. Man, that was nasty. That was rough. My goodness. Oh.
Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round 2.
That was a solid uppercut. This crowd is going ham for Cody. But, dang, I got distracted. But yeah, I'm kind of glad to see that there was a really positive reception to the I Like Fighting a Champ, because unlike the old UFC games, you can play it on New Gen. Really? Where? Like on Xbox One or the new Xbox. Oh. Wait, so I'm wondering if PS5 has that then. Because I know that on, oh, what was it? I'm trying to think of, because like Xbox Game Pass. That's a shame because PS doesn't do that. That's dang. Because on PlayStation we can play Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. So I was kind of hoping that you know, they had something like that there. But Sean O'Malley was this close to knocking out Cody Garbrandt at the end of round number 2. And we could possibly be looking at a new bantamweight champion. Oh, that rocked both of them. Oh, down went Garbrandt. Listen, here's the thing. These guys have been absolutely going on a tear, and this is what this crowd in the MGM Arena wanted to see. They've seen some stellar fights happen. Holy mackerel. And I also just realized I've got to make sure I have a fight card for UFC Underground coming up. Completely forgot about that.
So fast. I mean, this guy,
like, this series here is probably one of the longest series we've done for the UFC Universe mode. I think it actually just hit the same amount of episodes as the UFC 2 series. They're both at 50. The next one we do will be 51. That'll be the longest.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
Oh, the spinning back elbow knockout to Cody Garbrandt. Sean O'Malley is the new UFC bantamweight champion.
A near perfect strike to end the fight and end the night for his opponent, who candidly
Sean O'Malley, the new men's UFC bantamweight champion of the world. I'm hyped for it too. I honestly, I feel like it's going to be a really fun one. I do want to try to bring back my college football series too. Like, I have a lot of plans to move the channel in a semi-different direction. Yeah, a lot of it is just going to be based on time. I know once I have school and everything. I do have Discord, and I don't know why I haven't made a Discord link for everyone, so that I could actually communicate with you guys a little bit more efficiently than waiting for YouTube, because a lot of times I don't see the YouTube comments. So once I probably tomorrow I'll make the Discord thing. I do want to make a new thumbnail for my Twitch, because I actually am going to be using the Twitch channel too now. So starting next week or even tomorrow, I'd like to start using Twitch for other games that aren't sport related and things like that. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of how I can balance all of that together. It's going to be a bit difficult, but I think I can get it done. Just with school, like I said, with school coming to be a little bit rough, but I mean, what isn't in life? I'm scouting this one. I mean, as you should. You guys got a lot, especially with the Dana White Contender Series coming. I think we got 2 lightweights, so you know they're gonna need a lot of people. Are gonna have to really keep their eyes up on this fight. If you're in the welterweight and lightweight, you know, at least welterweight, we know Kevin Lee's still the champ. But if Leonardo Santos beats Kevin Lee right here tonight, you know, Kevin Lee may as well just jump to the welterweight division. But Kevin Lee can make history, not only be the first person to become a double champion, but also be the first person to successfully defend both titles on both nights, in the same night, pardon me, sorry. So that alone would be nothing short of mesmerizing. The Von Flute won Rose Escudero, the women's flyweight championship. Will it do the same for Leonardo Santos here tonight? Can Leonardo Santos take the belt off of Kevin Lee? Is it game over? No, Kevin Lee survives.
All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move the half guard.
Who's got the side? Again, this is, to me, this would be an interesting fight. Jiu-jitsu versus wrestling.
You anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep.
Oh, his opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters.
So I'm really thrilled about, oh, Kevin Lee knew.
Oh, so an interesting decision there as he
that was a smart, I mean, that was a smart decision from Kevin Lee to keep this on the stand. He's got to keep this fight on the stand if he wants to beat Leonardo Santos.
Oh, that's a good right. Under a minute now to go in the round. Oh, the master of the transition. Nice scramble.
Oh, this isn't good for Santos. We know he's got kind of a paper chin. He just speared the man. Wow, that was a fantastic transition.
Pretty entertaining and active first round.
Is he going for the Kimura from this position?
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about
oh, God. Where's Jim Ross? Can you imagine if they hired Jim Ross for this? Like, that should skyrocket sales tenfold. Like, I know a lot of people are excited for the wrestling games coming up, but honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really I'm not really too thrilled about like 2K23 for wrestling. I don't really care for. Neither as the AEW game coming out. Like, I can actually say that I'm not really. I'm not impressed with what the wrestling games have become.
Back to the feet now. Oh, big knee there.
kind of a joke.
Oh, nice slip there to avoid the punch by Lee.
Did you hear that DC is the special guest ref for Seth Rollins? Yes, I did. I think that's the way to transition Daniel Cormier into having like a wrestling match against Brock Lesnar. That'll probably be like Brock Lesnar's final ever fight in the UFC. I could easily see that being the case. Kevin Lee. The Extreme Rules card looks great. I mean, it's definitely interesting for sure. But Kevin Lee to successfully defend both the lightweight and welterweight championships on the same night. It doesn't even need the WWE Championship fight to be great. No, I absolutely agree. I think it's one of the few pay-per-views that look fantastic. Kevin Lee, ladies and gentlemen.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy.
Wow.
You're in a lot of trouble.
Let's go to Bruce Buffer inside the octagon.
Wow. 19-7 in the UFC. He puts Leonardo Santos to 6-3.
38 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out and still.
He has successfully defended the lightweight and welterweight championships tonight. The Motown Phenom is looking like an absolute legend. Holy hell. Holy hell. I can't even believe. Wow. I'm looking forward to Bray Wyatt potentially returning. Isn't he the White Rabbit? Or what? Yeah, wasn't they saying the White Rabbit?
Up next, a matchup for the UFC flyweight division title.
It was something like that, I think. I believe it was the White Rabbit. No.
You ready?
I thought I skipped it in time. Darn it. Ladies and gentlemen, the men's flyweight division titles on the line. As the champ, the 13-10, John Dodson. Last time he was champ was UFC 2. When he won the belt again, I almost cried. I'm telling you, it was a very heartwarming experience for me to see John Dodson finally get back on there and become champion again. But he's taking on former champ, ranked number 1 to 5-2, Oscar Askarov. It'll be a good fight. Yeah, we'll see who the White Rabbit is on this pay-per-view. I would
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Because I was thinking if it isn't Bray Wyatt,
Blocks the strike and now offense countering with the hook. Nice job by John Dodson.
Nice kick. Nice body.
I feel like there could be a lot of
Flush with that right hand. Trying to establish that jab once again.
I mean, it could be like, it could also be a female too. Like during the Bianca Belair Bayley match, what if it's Alexa Bliss just like snapping again? So I feel like there's a lot of different possibilities. I think it's Bray Wyatt and he is targeting Karrion Kross. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Pretty good right hand.
That would be a wild.
Nice knee to the midsection
Because
there.
honestly, a lot of both of those characters, those wrestlers, they don't really do like in the ring promos. They're more so like, you know, vignettes and stuff. So that would be wicked.
Under 2 minutes to go.
Oh, pardon me, guys. I don't know why I'm like so tired. I'm never this tired. I mean, I know why. It's the gym, but like, whoa. So then who do you think wins?
Close guard.
Is it Bray Wyatt or is it?
Submission now going for a leg.
Because on the QR code teaser, there was a Hangman game with a a font that Bray Wyatt used in the past, and there was an hourglass in the bottom right with a red ring around it. Obviously, Bray wins to build momentum. But then, don't you discredit what Karrion Kross has been building? That's a wicked one, man. And Oskar Oskarov makes John Dodson tap the new UFC flyweight champion of the world, Oskar Oskarov, as he taps out John Dodson. No, it doesn't discredit Kross, just keep looking strong. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, that's a wild one. I think that'd be a phenomenal match. I don't know if it benefits both guys.
At 4 minutes, 41 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out. And new undisputed UFC flyweight.
Congrats to Oskar Oskarov, the new UFC flyweight champion. That's how you do it. Oskar Oskarov 6-2, John Dodson 13-11. That's rough. But next up, folks, a big heavyweight collision, Battle of the Brits, as Tyson Fury, the heavyweight champion of the world, who is 6-3, takes on ranked number 1, the 15-7 Kenneth Thomas. Fights up next. Let's see. And if you didn't know, the hourglass is a big part of that one. I remember that one. Yeah, I knew that. I thought that was his manager. What's her name? Scarlett, whatever. And the White Rabbit was a character that Kross played in Mexico wrestling before. And the White Rabbit. So then, would it be Karrion Kross at all then? So then, why would it be Bray Wyatt if it's Karrion Kross? Because that makes a lot of sense. Because you've got, whoop, that's my foot. Nope, never mind. Because you've got,
oh, that right hand is on point.
See, that's a bit confusing because then you have.
Again, he's looking for that left.
I don't know about that one. Because all those connections, but because I think Bray's targeting Kross. Oh, okay.
Oh, he's got that right hand going tonight, DC. Connected with it there.
He's throwing so many left jabs to throw that right punch straight down.
Honestly, that would be a great tag team.
Nice punch here.
Karrion Kross and Bray Wyatt.
Back to the left hand now, unable to connect. And they separate.
It's a pretty dope tag team. I think that's unbeatable. I wouldn't even feel like I think it would be. I feel like it'd be more so him taunting a character such as Bray Wyatt, kind of like summoning him from the ashes.
Oh, beautiful hook there. Under 2 minutes to go in a back and forth first round here.
Like, I could easily see that. So Bray Wyatt's talked about being reborn a couple times.
There, and that's going to give his opponent some problems if that keeps landing.
He's having a tough time getting his offense going because that jab is just stopped.
Oh, big strike lands.
Big strike lands.
Well, let's just say at the pay-per-view.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got a front. Oh.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're onto something there, man. That could easily be Bray Wyatt. That'd be interesting feud. Oh my God, the hook. Tyson Fury, the knockout to Kenneth Thomas in round number 1. Fury is still the heavyweight champion of the world. Holy heck. Kaboom, good night, Kenneth Thomas, man.
This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every round.
Wow.
A full-on display of
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
They should have just debuted Cross with that stuff if they wanted. That's true. No, you actually, you have a fair point.
At 4 minutes, 26 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed.
Congrats to Tyson Fury on still being the heavyweight champion of the world. 7-3 is Tyson Fury. He puts Ken Thomas to 15-8. Got 2 more fights on this card. It's this card's been very, very eventful, to say the least. This folks will be the strawweight division, the strawweight champion, the 8-2 champ Zhang Weili will take on ranked number 1, 7-3 Lily Williams. But I mean, most importantly, does Bray Wyatt come back as Bray Wyatt, or does he come back as like the Fiend? Does he come back like what does Bray Wyatt come back as? Because what does he wear? Like, have you ever played Dead by Daylight, JC? He's like that. I think the biggest.
very competitive fight. Both of these young women are so well rounded that you can't find an advantage for either.
No, I think he debuts a new character. Oh, okay.
Barely stay in my seat. I mean, look at the commitment to kicking.
That'll be interesting. That because Bray Wyatt, man, he's a creative like mastermind through and through.
But the double chin.
I mean, a beautiful double jab. That thing's throwing right from the chin too.
Educated jab right there from Jean.
So I personally, I think that is a.
She is such a diverse striker that big strike lands.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be. That would be awesome to see a new Bray Wyatt type of character. But I do feel that whatever it is, eventually it's got to become champion. So Bray Wyatt is a generational talent, creatively. And
under 3 minutes remain in round 1.
like, how can you not like Bray Wyatt, or the Fiend, or the White Rabbit, or whatever it might be? Honestly, since Triple H has taken over, WWE has just seemed so much better.
How good is that right hand? Well, she continues to leave that head open, and she paved through it there. She's almost moving into the strike. She hasn't changed up her
So I'm looking forward to it.
and she continues to keep her head on that center line. We'll see if she can make the proper adjustments here.
Nice straight punch.
Well, I hope the judges recognize that she's blocking the majority of these shots. She's doing a beautiful job, I think, defensively.
So I'm very impressed with how Zhang has just been able to take a lot of these shots, and she's dishing them out violently. I think Zhang's coach is calling to try to get to the ground for an armbar.
Again, in the clinch.
So just over 20 total strikes, which have landed for Weili Zhang.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off. Oh, big punch lands.
But everyone will know it's Bray. I mean, I've got to try to like Google some of this stuff because I'm like fascinated by it for the most part. Because I didn't know much about the White Rabbit thing. I just thought that was like.
Good jab. You take more of these leg kicks.
I don't know. I didn't really think much of it.
Weili gets the tie clinch here. She missed with that jab.
I feel like Bray Wyatt is the, for those who don't know who Rob Zombie is, Rob Zombie's made a lot of, well, zombie movies, of course, but has made a lot of out there type of movies. Like they aren't,
Solid leg kicks landed there by Sean Weili.
they're,
All right, so she lands yet another leg kick there. She's landed several in the round, and now you see the damage. It's obvious on the
some of those movies are wild. Put it that way.
Losing the welts on the leg from those leg kicks. It's unbelievable to watch someone land that kick over and over again. But if it's working, why would you change it? Keep going to the well. Nice shot to the body.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket.
So I'm liking this Troy fight. That's also why I've been a little bit more quiet for this fight too, is that you know, this is one of those that I was really happy to put this one at, you know, the kind of like the co-main event, because Lily Williams has just been on such a roll. It's been impressive to watch, and you know, so is Zhang Weili. She only had 2 losses. Lily Williams only had 3. You know, and both of these fighters, they have just gotten it together. They are dominant, respectively, both of them. So I am more than thrilled to see these two co-main eventing. And what, in many ways, if Jack Hermanson versus, you know, Yoel Romero wasn't like the big thing, this could have easily been the main event.
All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She'll go for an armbar. No, I think she'll go to full mount. Sorry, top mount.
She keeps the right side underhook, and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting an elbow.
But this is where Williams really does have to try to get out of here. She can't afford to be on the ground. She's got to keep it on the stand-up.
Zhang's back inside control here.
You heard the coach say, mount her.
Wow, there is just a viciousness with which she operates here on the ground as she continues to get the ground and
got on this side. This is good. I thought she was going to go for the bulldog choke. She might try to flatten her out. Back in the side. Go for a north-south type of choke here. Maybe DR's choke.
And you see her chops here, just beautiful when it comes to the transition.
It's very difficult to keep up with her on the ground.
Well, she was
so I knew this fight was going to be a nasty one. We're seeing that here.
Up the pace here in this second round. It took her a while to find her range. She's in a strong striking rhythm now.
But no, so I think for sure, on the agenda coming up, I do want to make a Discord specifically for everyone that I can kind of communicate with, and that way everyone's kind of like, you know, aware of stuff. So I'll try to be promoting the Discord. I want to set up my Twitch, and I will, you know, let you guys know, hey, I'm streaming Overwatch in here. I'm streaming. So I want to try to keep this sports related as much as I can, but I also want to have not just sports. Like I want to be able to have like my Ash versus Evil Dead stuff on here. So I do want to try to transition this to more sporty and more like horror game filled stuff.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
There we go. My controller died. That wasn't fun. But more so, I want to keep a lot of like my streaming stuff on Twitch and transition it into video content over here. But like UFC will always be streamed no matter what, because that's what makes this series, I think, as fun as it is, having that streaming stuff to do.
With a single leg finish. She has so many different techniques to finish.
And also really enjoying this transparent background that I have. It's like I'm not getting in the way of the octagon at all. If I go over here, okay, maybe. Yeah, it basically fades in. It's pretty cool. I love it. Really, I did expect this fight specifically to almost go a full 5 rounds. A lot of me really believe that this fight could go the 5, just because these two are warriors, man. Did she hurt herself? Question mark?
Can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish.
Yeah, I think she hurt herself.
Superman punch is good. Just unable to quite find that.
What? Oh, the glitches are back. Oh no. Gotta love VA Sports.
Can't take many of those. You better check.
As both these fighters have insane fight IQ, and we're seeing it both here. Both literally throwing the same exact kick. Both body kicks.
Beautiful hook.
Oh, big head kick lands.
It was a leg kick check. Yeah, but it didn't look like the the leg didn't look like he got checked.
Well, that left hand has been there for her tonight, not on that attempt.
Oh, that was well done.
Well, she's got a good jab, missed with it there. Oh, Oh, shot to the body connects there, beautifully placed right under.
Honestly, I can see the person who's going to win this fight is going to win by uppercut. I'm telling you, it's going to be a sneaky uppercut.
Smart to work the body.
Oh, JC, I'm definitely going to need some crated boxers now too, though. I will definitely need some crated boxers.
That's a good straight punch by her there. Nice
for sure.
Of speed and power on that attempt.
The speed and timing.
Because you always have a lot. You normally have like a lot of fighters that you have in mind. So I definitely wanted to let you know ahead of time. Could definitely use some crated boxers and things like that.
Championship rounds, a huge 5 minutes coming up for these two guys.
I appreciate you, JC. Thank you.
This fight would be this.
I mean,
it's round number 4 now. Who can really keep fighting at such a high level with such good technical skills?
yes, please. Like I said, I definitely have got to like figure out how to operate Discord. I'm not the most tech savvy person. Like I normally struggle with all that stuff. But I'm looking to get better at it though.
Just like she did in the previous round, as efficient as any striker in the division, this is a world-class display of striking here tonight.
Oh, that knee buckled bad. That knee buckled bad.
Diving punch to the head.
That may have been the worst thing for Williams, because the fact that leg just buckled as bad as it did is horrifying. I don't know how much more that leg is going to take. And we just got to, like I said, those who know this, the 4th and 5th rounds of any title fight in the UFC, or any, oh, goodness. Oh, it's messing up. That is the championship rounds we're going to be in. So now we got to think, with that leg compromised, how is she going to be able to fight? How does her game plan change? Oh, goodness. I think Zhang has finally found the opening she needed.
Oh, and with conviction, she moves right into half guard.
Without much effort, she was able to pass from her full guard right.
But that is a messed up leg that Lily Williams is working with. You hate to see it happen. She needs to grapple. No, she needs, but she won't, because she's an AI. That's right. I mean, she was trying to grapple. I think it was more so that. Oh, I think she's done if she gets the arm. Ooh. I don't know. Don't count Lily Williams out just yet, man. She's a fighter. She is a fighter. Thing is, how much more can she handle this abuse? And honestly, the more she stays on the ground, it may help her recover. But in terms of what the judges are seeing, that's a lot of ground control time for Zhang.
I believe it after watching the ground and pound that she's landing in this part of the fight.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by Zhang Weili. Oh, nice job by her to posture up.
Dang.
Now we'll see if she can maintain that.
Like, just hearing that sound effect, it's not pleasant.
Trying to squirrel away now, but look for her big ground and pound.
Final seconds here. Horn sounds for the end of round.
We're going to the 5th and final round of this fight. And here's the funny part. Round number 2 and round number 4 go to Zhang Weili for me 10-9 with ease. But round number 1 and round number 3 for me go to Lily Williams 10-9. So now we're in the 5th and... Oh, that leg. She's got to try to switch stances. She can't. That leg is just falling apart. And I don't think that leg is going to take another 5 minutes. A punishment. Williams has got to start trying to check those leg kicks or move that leg away. Oh, that's it. Yep, that was it. Technical knockout. Zhang Weili retains here in the 5th round by technical knockout. Very rarely have we seen that leg stoppage, but I think it's like, what, the 4th or 5th one we've seen in the UFC series? And almost all of them have came in UFC 4. Zhang Weili is still the UFC strawweight champion. Zhang Weili now has a record of 9-2. She puts Lily Williams to 7-4.
seconds of
And Williams has done nothing to hang her head against. That was a phenomenal fight, man.
TKO. And still the undisputed UFC strawweight champion of the world, John Magnum.
Congrats to Zhang Weili on retaining her belt. We still have one more fight, folks. It's time for the main event. And it'll be for the middleweight championship. 5 rounds, of course, if need be. The champion, the 6-1 Jack Hermansson, takes on former champ ranked number 1, the 15-11 Yoel Romero. This fight is up next in the middleweight division. This should be a wrestling and grappling spectacular, with Herb Dean as the official. So we have seen a stoppage in every round. So we've seen a stoppage around number 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is pretty, and 5, which is pretty awesome. Very rarely do we have that happen. I said I don't see this fight being on the stand-up for a very long time. Like, I genuinely really don't. I had a feeling I'd see a hip toss. Where's my drink? I actually haven't drank anything while I've been talking this whole time.
All right, try to pass here, as Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great.
Sorry, I was trying to make sure I was like semi-hydrated, because like legitimately I haven't. Like as we've been doing this, I haven't actually drank anything. Oh, it's getting turned around. So I said, the order of business for tonight. Get the Twitch started. Get my Twitch banner and my new YouTube banner. Create the Discord thing. Create a community playlist thing for the Twitch and for YouTube. Make sure I have all the fights coming up readied and put on paper. Create the fighters for the Dana White's Contender Series. And check out the capture card later on. That's a lot in a little bit in a couple hours, but I think I can get that done. Oh, this is a nasty Kimura. This is not what Yoel Romero can afford. Yoel Romero is in deep trouble right now with this Kimura. This is not good. Yoel Romero forced to tap out to Jack Hermansson in round number 1. Jack Hermansson is still the middleweight champion of the world. He is now 7-1 in the UFC, puts Yoel Romero to 15-12. Jack Hermansson still the middleweight champion. Only 2 championships change hands. Wow. And everyone else defended. That was nuts, man. Wow, that was nuts. Folks, we have the recap of the entire pay-per-view coming up next. Not the recap, but the awards.
Declaring the winner by tap out. And still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Jack the Joker.
Congrats to Jack Hermansson on retaining the middleweight championship of the world. So we've got the awards. Let's get to it, shall we? Wow. What a pay-per-view. Fight of the night for me. Honestly, fight of the night for me had to be either Prochazka and Liddell or Weili and Williams. Those are, I feel, the 2 best fights that we had. Knockout of the night. Whew. Knockout of the night for me had to be Cody Garbrandt and Sean O'Malley. That to me was what was the best knockout we had. And then submission-wise, I would have to give the submission to Jack Hermansson. So those would have been how I did the awards. With that being said, everyone, we'll see you next week for some UFC 4 content. But the Dana White Contender Series video, I do want to have that out soon, if not next week at the latest. And then I want to start some boxing stuff. I'll have a college football video out coming soon, probably next week too, or later on this weekend. And I also will be streaming Overwatch 2 later. And I'm going to get my Twitch set up and a bunch of other stuff, and you'll be seeing that pretty much shortly, either today or tomorrow. So with that being said, please do leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to BVTV. We will see you next time. Stay off the hook, everybody. Kaboom.